Hi, my name is Dylan Clements, but you can just call me Dill, and I'm here to talk to you today about record collecting. And you might be thinking, record collecting? That's an easy hobby, doesn't really need much demonstration, and can I just stream my music instead? And yeah, you could just stream your music instead, but there are opportunities that come with record collecting. And it's not just an easy hobby to get into. There's some stuff that's really good to know on hand and have. And I've got a little bit of a flowchart to kind of show just how it goes, with getting into record collecting as well as starting to sell on Discogs. It's just a simple little kind of like a timeline, I guess you could say. But with record sales up to 18 million units sold per year last year compared to the 2 it was in 10, and digital music sales up by 33% in the past 5 months. And I've got a graph to prove and show it just how much it's been changed since last year. Now is just the best time to get into vinyl, and there are opportunities that come with collecting vinyl, such as just having a new hobby or having something to talk about with friends or just being able to find new music. But there's also one other hobby that comes with record collecting, or well, not hobby, but opportunity. And that's being able to sell records online and make profit on the side. And you might be thinking, how can I get into this hobby as well as make cash on the side? Well, that's what I'm here to tell you with these simple explanations and demonstrations. With vinyl sales at an all-time high right now, according to digital music, well, I say an all-time high, a 21st century high, according to digital music reports, now is just the best time to get into vinyl. But you can't just hop into it and start selling. First, you've got to get some records and a turntable so you can listen to those records. And the best place to go to for records is mom and pop shops and local record stores, as they're small staff. And after a while, they start to get more friendlier with you and tend to give you discounts and sometimes let you look through the unpriced stuff. Another thing is buying a turntable, and the Audio-Technica LP60 is perfect starter turntable, but you also need speakers, and our Edifiers R980s are great speakers to go with that. Once you get your record player and you're ready to start setting it up, there's a quick and simple process. And what you want to do first is you're going to take the platter and place it on this little middle part right here, and you're going to look for, there'll be a red ribbon right here, and you're going to look for it. You're going to look for the gold spindle top right there, and you're going to take the ribbon and stretch the belt over it so it'll be able to turn. That's about all there is to set up. Once you've got it connected to your speakers, you're good to go. Now once you've got all that stuff, you can start buying more vinyls and start going to different places. But there's some stuff to know before you start getting in to buying a lot of vinyls, and that is being able to date them and tell whether or not they're badly scratched. Now, modern records are a little more flimsier, and older records are a little more stiffer, and that's due to cardboard, which is a good way to date records. Older records have thicker cardboard. Newer records have this kind of flimsy paperish cardboard. Another thing is, and this is definitely a great way to tell just how old something is, because this will tell you whether it's from before 1979 or after, and that is barcodes. So this is an original pressing of Disraeli Gears from 1967. This is the first one sold in the US. So it doesn't have a barcode because it's before it's before 79. Now this one will, because this came out in the 80s. And so this, this will have a barcode because it's post 79. Another important thing to know how to do, and there's a more precise way to date records, but I'll go over that in a second. Another important thing to know how to do is telling whether or not a record's badly scratched. And my rule of thumb is if it looks like a keyed car or it's cracked in half, it's best to stray away. But you can go, if you want to see if it's still maybe good to buy, you can lightly rub over the scratch with your finger, and if it's deep, you'll feel it. If it's light and probably not affecting playback, you won't feel it at all. Now, after you've got all your vinyls and stuff like that, you can register to Discogs, and I've also provided a little flowchart to kind of just show the pathway to registering and logging and selling on Discogs. So what you usually do first is you'll register into Discogs, you'll log all the records you have in your collection, and if there's stuff you want to sell, you can go ahead and put that up for sale too. You can also put stuff you would like to buy, as well as stuff you have. And now with buying on Discogs, it's very important that you give very detailed about the records you're selling. Buyers love it. And one of the best ways to be detailed is provide pictures as well as give a condition on it. Like, is the cover messed up? Is the record messed up? Is it scratched? Is it the cover peeling? Is it got water damage? And another good way is to date your records more precisely. And this is where I'm going to cover over that. Now, on your records, this smooth center part is called the runout. And on the runout, there are matrix numbers. And those matrix numbers are essentially like a catalog number to tell you what pressing your record is. And what you'll do is you'll put that in the search bar, you'll put those matrix numbers, and it'll give you an exact pressing of what your record is, or it'll give you the pressing of your record. Once you've done all that and you've started selling on Discogs, you're pretty much all set and ready to go, and I guess make a full-fledged hobby out of it. And now that you know how to date records, see whether or not they're too badly scratched, set up a turntable and Discogs account and start logging and selling stuff on Discogs, you're pretty much ready to go. And this is probably where I'm going to sign off.